Hey guys, it's Wayne here from Deep Blue Ideas. Going to give you a quick overview of our new tool, the Project Optimizer. Okay, I'll just launch it here. It's a utility tool to help analyse and review the information contained within your GameSalad project and hopefully help you to identify any problems you may have. Along the way you can also optimise and compress the PNG files, I'll just take you through a whole demo because there is a lot more to this application than some of the other programs we've done. There's a lot more going on, it's a lot more intense, there's a lot of information it can give you back to help improve your files. So, okay, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to run a file through it. I'm going to get it analysing. So here's a demo file, just drop it on the interface. It'll come up and tell you can start the analysis. Yeah, let's do that. So it's going to go through and extract as much information as it can find. Okay, we'll let that go. There we go. Right. Okay, so it's gone through and it's done its analysis for us. Alrighty, so the first tab, what we see is the actor rules here, and it's telling us it was checking for any corrupt calculation. It found 3 errors in this calculation in actor stick 3, and it's telling me really I've got to fix these. They are critical. Again, these warning errors I put up here are based on my own experiences and Darren's combined. You can ignore our advice, but it's good to go through and actually fix them and try and get nice all green ticks down here. Then you've got a pretty efficient file. So yeah, the first option here is telling us it inspected the actor's rules and it found 3 errors in the file. So okay, it had a look through for any actors in the game not being used, and this one's got quite a few not being used. So I don't go through and delete them. I just advise you on the actors I believe or the application believes are not being used. It has done quite a deep analysis to find this information out. Okay. Next up, we've got the actors details. So this will actually go through all the actors in the project and show you all the sizes and positions of them if the data has been set up. So this is more of an information just provided to show you the sizes of your actors, so you can say, yeah, they're all the right size, that's what I'm expecting to see. Next up is the instant rules. Now these are actors that you've put on the stage and you've unlocked and you've changed the rules internally. So again, it's found 4 calculation errors in an instance called Move Me Around, on layer Game Over, on scene level 1. So it's easy to find the actors you've got to fix and go in and find them. We're going to have a look at the instance details. So the instant details are all the actors and everything that's been put on the scene. So it's going to show us which layer and which actor is on which layer and the size and positions if they were changed from the original actor. So a lot of information going on. But what you can see for each of your scenes, if you're trying to position things up neatly, is that the positions are in different coordinates. So you could go through and change the coordinates in your GameSalad project. So yeah, a lot of information. Going to go through spawning inspector. So what this does, this actually goes through every single actor in your GameSalad project and analyses how many spawns each actor does. Again, this is based on my own experience and Dan's experience. So we've set on different levels of bad in our opinion. So this particular actor here, Move Me Around, spawns 3 times. Which is excessive, to be honest with you. You will slow down your GameSalad project. And you'll even find if there's an instance that does spawning as well. So here's an instance that's doing extra spawning as well. And how many overall spawns you have in your project. And obviously Darren's been working on a lot of projects just of late where there's no spawning. We ran it through the application and sure enough, no spawns. It was all good. So yeah, a good report to help find if there's anything being spawned. Okay, images in your project. Okay, so this interface here will actually show you all the images you have in your project. It will show you the size, and it will show you the size of each of the images and their resolution as well. Along the way, we actually analyse each of the files. So this one here, B0, it's telling me the res is too high, and sure enough, it's 150. So while it's not a big problem, it does need fixing, especially if I want to improve or optimise this particular file. I get a overall report telling me, you know what, there was 28 identified or serious errors to be resolved. So if we go and have a look through the rest of these, yep, sure enough, there's lots of others that we've put a red pling next to, and basically this is got, because they've got odd sizing numbers, which can lead to blurry images, how the images get placed on the stage. So your advice would be to go back and change this to either 168, 138, or even better, put them to the power of 2, so 32, 64, 128, etc. In a future application we will change those sizes for you, but as of right now we just give you a full report what is going on with your images. There's a little preview window here so you can actually see your images as well that are in your file. So, okay. Next up is what images are not being used. So these are basically wasting RAM, and your project size is just unnecessarily big. So you should be able to go through and delete these. Note, however, though, if you have got an actor or an image being linked to a font rule, then do be careful, because we do find it quite hard to find some of the images where you've created the name as text. But as an overall visual guide, this should get you somewhere close to as to what images you can delete. Okay, so again, lots of information to digest. Sounds in the project, a list of all the sounds and the sizes of them. We are working on an encoder to actually help compress the sound files further. That will be available in a future release as an update. So yeah, and any unused sounds as well. Again, taking up unnecessary memory. So advice would be to go through, find these, and delete them out of your GameSalad project. Obviously, make it a bit smaller, make it run a bit quicker, and obviously make the deployment size a bit smaller as well. Now then, the optimize options here is what we actually do. We go through and have a look at all the names in your file, so your sounds and your images. And if you've got any illegal file names, the application will try and fix them for you and make them correct. I do see a lot of projects over the years where people have used what I consider, or what is considered, bad naming convention, and the software will go through and fix them. So if you enable these options here. And then next up here is the compression. So basically we're using an algorithm to go through and recompress your PNG files. If they're already heavily compressed, the software won't do anything to them. If there's nothing we can take out, then it won't do it. The minimum is 0, no compression. The maximum is 7, lots of compression, but takes a long time. It's very slow, so you want to watch that. Okay, the default is 2, so I'll leave it on 2 for this example here. Okay then, so if we want to, we can actually go through and process this. And I'll get this processing while we're talking. Okay, here we go. So it's going to go through and it's going to look at every single image, every asset, every file, every single XML file. And it's going to relink all the image information inside. It's going through now and it's actually compressing these files here. So this isn't too bad. This is quite quick on a compression ratio 2. But again, if you've got a big project, this may take some time, so we do ask that you just sit back and wait. They could get some good results from it. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so my original project was 5.5 meg. After compression, using my algorithm, 4.75. So again, we get a new GameSalad project. Here's our new GameSalad project here. I'll get rid of the old one. Okay. So all the images now would have been renamed, or the audio would have been renamed, all relinked back up, so there's nothing missing. And again, all my images would have been nicely compressed. We do ask that you obviously check. Sometimes when you do the compression, you can get artifacts. That's a natural side effect of any compression algorithm. It should be fairly lossless, but do have a good check. Myself and Darren have done a lot of testing on that. It did run the running wild graphics through it, and they all appear to be okay. So yeah, a tool for analysing your GameSalad projects and for extracting information and giving you a full report and of any errors we can find. Now we will be updating this in the future with future releases as we are able to work out more extraction information. For example, only the other day we discovered a bug with the animations placed within GameSalad. That's come about in the new GameSalad 0.91. But the application does handle that particular bug. So, like I say, we're always working on these tools, constantly updating them. So yeah, lots of information, lots of analysis for you to help you improve the efficiency of your files.